Oh shit! It's a drumstick, Jack, and it's in a room full of people. You're in the crowd, Jack. Don't you know? That's the first rule of performer law. Oh,
You must have 7!
You must have 7 before you give out the swag. Welcome to the Fork, everybody. Put your fucking hands together. This is Little James the Fork. Thank you guys for coming. We've had a long hiatus.
Well, hey, wait. This is the 2nd season of The Fork. Our 1st season ended. We had a hiatus for the 2nd season. As you know, every comedy show, the 2nd season is always when they get good. So
List 3. Real quick.
What's that?
List 3 shows that did that.
The Office, Parks and Recreation,
Most of them.
Scrubs.
Sopranos.
Scrubs. Yeah, everybody loves Scrubs.
Honestly, most shows, even dramas, get better.
Yeah.
2nd season.
Dr.
Just saying.
Woman.
Dr. Katz, what'd you say?
Dr. Quinn.
Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman, did it try in a second?
The Wire.
The Wire. I disagree.
Nice. In Australia, they play them all. Okay, so tonight our guest is EMT.
He's an emergency medical technician.
Right. And here at the Fork, we ask people about a decision they made in their lives, a time when their life could have gone one of 2 ways. Tonight we're asking an EMT, someone who's got their life on the pulse of forever. All right. So to get started, let's bring out the rest of Little Jack. Yeah, so we're gonna spotlight on our friend Matt, and Matt, tell us about you take the stage.
Yeah, Matt.
Thank you. I think it's about a little time that I decided to keep walking. I was a young Boy Scout, about 14 years of age, and I was on a little quest to find a bear canister buried somewhere in the wilderness. We were on a camp out, and this bear canister was filled with treasures. I don't know what it was at the time. And we were to be broken up into two groups of 2, to find said bear canister. And we were given GPS units in the Blue Jay National Forest. Given these GPS units and said, test them out, go see what you guys can do. So we were like, fuck it, let's just go find this treasure immediately. So we started walking and following the GPS units, and they were following the trails perfectly until they didn't, and then the trails became smaller and smaller until they became little deer trails, and we had no fucking idea where we were. And then we became very lost. And then that is the point where I decided to keep walking, which is not a good idea.
Just to be clear, that was your fork.
Yeah, that was my fork.
Okay.
That's not usually so.
It was a bad fork, really bad fork. So 8 hours goes by. solid 8 hours, like almost dark. And we are still walking, and my partner is losing his shit. He's crying. I'm trying not to. Trying to be strong. Until we come to a road, finally. By the way, this whole time we're both just like fucking freaking out. We're just not doing good. Anyway, we find a road, and I see a police car, and we flag him down. It's never good when a police officer knows you by first name and last name. Your friend's first name and last name. He's like, yo, are you Matt Brown? And I'm like, yeah, man. How do you know my name? Get in the car. So we proceed. We were trying to go back to our campsite. He started driving the other way. I was like, hey man, campsite's the other way. He's like, no, bro, we're going to the base camp. We're going to the base camp, and we get there, and there's like 6 bloodhounds in like cages.
Oh.
There's like a dozen people. There's like search and rescue. There's like the whole fire department, and then like I heard one guy say, "Call off the helicopter." And yeah, that's my bad decision.
Can we ask you some questions? So in that 8-hour span, like when did you realize that you were like 100% lost? You had no idea.
When like the third trail became like a deer trail, so there were like big trails, and then they would just like gradually. This was all like shrubland,
Sure.
so it was all dry and like it looks like you're on a trail, and then all of a sudden it just turns into nothing. Oh, by the way, we were supposed to start this like endeavor like miles away. Like we were supposed to like start like 5 miles away and then like try and find this like bear canister, and we just like went for it, and we had no idea. We had no idea the whole time that any of that was supposed to go down.
Jesus Christ.
What were you thinking in that? Like, were you like, we're gonna die, or were you just kind of like?
Like kind of half and half. I was kind of like the whole time I was trying to keep morale high because my friend was he was a little younger than me, and he was kind of losing his shit a little bit. So I was like trying to be cool, but at the same time I was like in my head I was like,
How old were you guys?
Like I was like 14.
Oh, so like old enough to know that it was not.
Yeah, it was not good. We ran out of water also at like hour 3. And it was like 100 degrees.
Shouldn't you have been an Eagle Scout by then? Like, if we're being honest.
Actually, I'm an Eagle Scout now, but
Was it for merit badge? What kind of merit badge was it for?
what?
Was it for merit badge?
No, it was not for a merit badge.
Do you remember your troop leader's name?
My troop leader, Sam Van Gorn, who's also like one of my best friends.
Thank
And
you.
his dad was
Wait.
What?
Question.
He also freaked out.
Who messed up? Was it you or was it the person that set the GPS?
It was just a lot of miscommunication. They like handed us a GPS and they're like, check them out, and we're like, all right, peace. And then we just like took off with them, and then yeah, we got real lost, and a lot of people were. My mom was also there. It was like 3 hours away from my house, and I got there, and my mom was there, like crying.
Did anyone ever find the bear canister?
No, I think we just. I think it's still
No,
out
they're
there.
dead.
It's still out there.
I think we're good.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're gonna find him. I know they are. They've got good people working on this. Hey, it's gonna be okay.
I'm fine, first of all. But second of all,
You're not fine.
yeah, I am fine.
We've been pulled over on the side
I'm fine!
of Tulum Meadows for the past 2.5 hours with you weeping. Let go of the steering wheel.
I'm not weeping. There's something in my eye. And what if they don't find him? What if they don't find Ronald McDonald? And what if they have to get a new mascot at McDonald's? And what if everything's different from now on?
Hey, you're spiraling, don't spiral! It's gonna be okay. Okay, think about it, just think about it. They're gonna get the helicopter up there, and it's a guy dressed in yellow with red hair. They're gonna see him. They're gonna find our son Ronald.
Our entire McDonald's franchise rests on his legacy. He's not cut out for the wilderness. He's wearing those heavy shoes. If you put it in a river, you just sink to the bottom.
Again, you're spiraling. You need to stop spiraling. one thing that leads to death in the wilderness is wet socks. I saw an episode of Survivor, man.
You know what the second thing that leads to death? Heart disease.
That's always a risk for Ronald. Like, you're spiraling. Just unclench.
I'm not.
I'm gonna start here. I'm gonna start with this one. Okay?
This is not a.
We'll try again in a few minutes. It's okay.
I can't handle your gaslighting. Okay. Our son, the Ronald McDonald's, is lost in the Blue Jay Mountains. If we don't get him back, we're gonna have to hire the Hamburglar or fucking Grimace.
Don't talk about Grimace again.
Oh, why? Because I slept with him once in college. Why?
I'm just a baby deer walking in the forest. I'm just a baby deer walking in the forest.
All right, hey. Look, when you dip your head down to take a sip
What's like this?
of that. Oh God! Get your head up, Jesus! Get your damn head up. Look,
Just a baby deer. What?
I know. You don't know any better. You know, you're just doing what's natural. Look, the point is, my pop sent me out here to shoot you. My pop sent me out here to shoot you.
Shoot her, son!
Shit, I can hear it.
Shoot her!
Ah, the memories are so real, my nose is bleeding.
Shoot her, I'm gonna hit you again.
Ah, fuck. Hit me.
I'm just a baby deer walking in the forest.
Look.
That's all I do is I prance and I have a white little
Alright,
tail.
you're not gonna shoot her? I'm gonna hit your mother then.
This seems like a very violent father.
You can hear him too?
Yes, I'm a deer. I can hear.
Wait, deers can hear thoughts?
I'm an enchanted woodland creature. Can you tell?
Wait, so you're basically an empath, so you must see how hard this is for me. But you gotta understand, I'm saving my mom here. Now just take a sip. And just let me end your life.
No,
As empath deers, the 7th generation,
yes.
you must be pure. You must keep your spirit pure, and you must only drink from the purest stream.
It's in my nature. I couldn't drink anywhere else. It's ridiculous. Should I?
God damn it, you're only doing what's natural.
It's true. It comes so easily. The white spots and the balmy disposition.
Listen, my child. There will be a hunter, tormented by visions of the past. And only you will be able to save him.
It's my life's true mission. Sounds wonderful.
Listen, Dad. Just look. That stream has like some sort of magical force around it. When I walk through there, it's like the Garden of Eden. And I think our family found it because we're supposed to be like some sort of.
Shut the fuck up!
I'm sorry. We're supposed to be nature guardians, not nature hunters. I think. It's just what I think because I feel the magic in me.
My father hunted, he taught me how to hunt. My grandfather hunted, he taught him how to hunt. My great-great-grandfather hunted, he taught him how to hunt. We're not guardians, we're hunters. We hunt.
Dad, when I go out to those woods, those deers, they say stuff to me.
That's why we need to kill them, because they get inside our heads.
So you hear them too.
Of course I hear them.
If you hear them too, Dad, come on. That's like the one thing vegetarians say is separating us is like that last.
Shut up, I'm gonna hit your mother.
We must end the war. The generations-long war between the McGillicuddies and the deer in the Blue Jay Mountains. You are the purest of heart.
I am to my nature. What can I do?
You have to keep drinking from the stream in an innocent way.
Just very delicate.
God damn. It's just so innocent. I'm about to pick a daisy and put it in the top of my gun.
No, wait. Can you make me a crown so I can wear it?
Yeah, sure. Let me just put down the gun. Oh my god, it misfired! Oh,
The compass is spinning around. Like there's some sort of magnetic anomaly.
I think we're like, oh shit.
Are we on the North Pole?
My GPS is spinning around too. The screen, look at it!
Whoa! Look. I've never seen a GPS do that before unless I've used my finger and thumb to make it do that.
We must be standing on some sort of mineral deposit.
What kind of mineral could do this?
Unobtainium.
What? What's that? Wait, your dad's a geologist. He must have explained it to you.
Yeah, my dad James Cameron told me all about it.
James Cameron, the geologist? And
famous
the
geologist.
sea explorer? And director?
No, that's another guy.
Okay, the sea explorer geologist James Cameron.
I was back in his study and he showed me some of his charts.
Uh-huh. What's over there?
I was imagining his study. He has like, it's like a moose up here, and he's got like this big chart, and it was spinning right in the middle.
Look, son, I really appreciate you loving all of my big, my aquatic prizes, going down to the depths of the ocean. But I did make the movie Titanic. I made the movie Avatar. I'm a big deal. And you refusing to see that portion of my resume is extremely frustrating to me as a father. Because I did make film. I mean, Terminator fucking 2.
Can I talk?
Yeah.
Can I talk?
Yeah, sure.
I'm just trying to impress the kids at school. Like,
Everyone
else's dad has like a real job.
What the fuck? I mean, both Terminators and the second Alien. Arguably better.
Yeah, but I mean like, David's dad works for NASA. He does math for a living.
Okay.
And then Michael's dad, he's a brain surgeon. He helps save people's lives.
I still did the other two things that you said I did. I just also made sick-ass movies like another third of my life. Just saying that I did that.
I just want to like sit with the cool kids at school with David and Michael, and nobody gives a shit about your stupid
I
movies.
invested in playing Hollywood, the original one. Why won't you love me?
James, I think I can handle this. Hi, I'm Leonardo DiCaprio.
Thank God you're here.
Thank
It's
you.
really nice to meet you.
You're an amazing humanitarian. Thank you so much for your work.
Oh, I'm an actor as well, yes.
Oh?
What is it? What do you want from me? What do you want?
I want to be an Eagle Scout.
Well, then,
And I will do anything it takes to get Troop Master Sam.
well, honestly, you need 4 more merit badges. And I'm not going to give you the challenges so that you can get them.
This is the sash ceiling that they talk about, okay? You won't challenge me enough, so how am I supposed to rise to the top?
Look, I'm the troop leader, okay? I was an Eagle Scout when I was the young Scout. No one else.
Yeah, it's called Generational Scouts.
Yeah, well, okay, no one else can be an Eagle Scout because then my Eagle Scout achievement would be devalued.
Okay, so just because I'm not a legacy scout, It's gonna take me 5 times as long to become a scout.
Look, if you want to be an Eagle Scout, I'm just going to tell you honestly, you're going to have to transfer troops because I'm not going to let any of my scouts become an Eagle Scout. It's not gonna happen.
So you want to be an Eagle Scout, huh?
Yeah, you're my 5th troop master, okay?
Okay.
They said you were super progressive. They said literally.
Well, I'm not! Well, I'm gonna kill your old troop master, Sam.
Will it give
By
me
any
the
chance-
mercenary merit badge?
The mercenary merit badge?
That's the only one I needed.
I got another one. I could loan it to you.
I only
But
want.
you gotta know how to tie a square now! Do ya? Well, do ya?
No, swear not.
No, straight throat!
Straight rope.
Could you bring another rope out?
I brought a straight rope. She's supposed to. I'm sorry, I'm so bad.
Hey! I recognize him. That was
Don't
Bobby
mind
from.
Mendelsohn! Bobby Mendelsohn, don't mind
That was
him.
Bobby Nelson from my last trip. How long has he been in here?
My name. I almost remember my name. No, it's foolish.
Troop Master Sam.
What?
How long has he been in here?
A while.
I was earning the last merit badge.
Thank you, Troop Master Sam, for coming in. Have a seat.
Thank you. It's good to see another one of my Eagle Scout classmates. Put it there. Do the proper handshake.
How deep does this thing go?
There's no bottom to Sam and I's rivalry. Do you remember when we were canoeing across Lake Merced?
Yes? Of course.
You
I-
poked a hole in my canoe?
Yo, canoe sire?
Thank you, Bobby. Go back to the cave.
Am I doing it right?
Bobby
I
Middleton!
have questions.
Go back to your cave, Bobby!
I don't
Go
get it.
back to your
I'm sorry.
cave!
It's like when I hear a thing, I
He's
bring
like
it.
18 now.
I held a grudge.
Do I need to be
You
here for
wouldn't
this?
dare! You don't have an archery merit badge. I checked the records. You couldn't hit me.
It's close range, I can deal it.
You're more likely to kill yourself, and then she'll be an Eagle Scout.
I want to kill myself.
Do you want that, Sam?
I want to kill myself. I know that I can do it. I can do it. I hate you for what you did to me.
Do I need to be here for this?
I'm not gonna. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Here we go.
Wait.
Welcome to the Eagle Scouts.
Alright, bloodhounds, get in here. We got a serious thing going on. Oh, Jesus. Alright, look. You're all adorable. In fact, I can put you in a Pixar movie right now. I'm about to call my agent. Look, out there in the woods, in a snowy wood, there's a missing Ronald McDonald. Exhibit A, he's a clown. He's got red hair, he's got a white-ass face, and he's got stripes and shit and yellow all over his clothes. All right?
He looks all great to me. Everything just looks great.
Oh, shit. What about you guys?
He has no hair on his entire body. There's nothing to track.
What? Dog sight gives you no hair?
No, I've heard of his name before. He smells like meat. I think we can track him just fine.
Okay. We got me,
It's a clown. I'm scared of clowns.
We're all scared of clouds
We're
here.
terrified of clowns.
Okay. So I got one dog out of 4 ready to tap in this mission. Is that what you're trying to tell me, you bunch of sorry sacks?
Don't call us that.
Huh?
Yeah, we're in a union.
Yeah,
You can't say that to us. They're respectful.
You guys got a dog union?
Yes?
That's about the dumbest, most adorable thing I ever saw. I'm about to start sketching you guys right now. You were just so adorable. I'm going to put you all in a Disney Pixar. What?
Are you worried about Ronald McDonald?
Yeah, I'm worried about Ronald McDonald!
Kill her, son. Kill her.
Look, if I don't move my lips, my dad can't read my thoughts.
Kill her, Ryan. I'm gonna eat your mother alive.
Alright, he's become a cannibal in his later years, but honestly, I think it's the Trump thing. He just kind of drank the Kool-Aid, you know what I mean? He's not a bad guy. You can still talk, just talk in my thoughts.
Yeah, okay, I'm not that good at lip ventriloquist.
So every couple of months, my dad makes me come out here and kill a sacred deer. So what I need you to do is, I need you to hop in this Jello mold.
Son, don't you try to save her deer.
Don't let my dad
Listen.
Daisy! This is your ancestor, Rothor! You mustn't jump into the Jello mold!
What the hell? It's like an
Can you
open channel.
Can you hear it too?
Yeah, it just seems like an open channel for all ancestor brain activity in this forest.
Well, you heard what it said then. I can't.
I heard his name was Rothor and he was your...
Did you hear the part about how I can't get in the Jello mold?
Lucy!
Yes?
Make sure you have enough nuts for winter!
I think this is just a little
Make sure that you have enough nuts for winter!
I think this is
I think it's my fault. No, I left my transistor radio.
Winter is
And I'm just gonna turn it off. There's no way that is happening right now. Alright, so we're gonna get Max to come back up here and he can either tell us a story on something else, like another fork, or if you want to work with a suggestion, whatever you want.
To inspire
I
your
have something, I don't know if it's cheating, but it kind of is
Great.
a riff of the same story, but
Yeah.
more
Give
of the
those-
same
yeah.
story.
Sounds great.
I mean, we
So, when we got back to the base camp,
You could just talk normal.
It's later.
all right. Sam's dad was also the scoutmaster, who I'm still very close with. He's kind of like a second father, kind of mentor to me. And when we got back, everybody was like, "Oh my God, I'm so glad you guys got found!" Like crying, like, "Oh my God, my mom was there and stuff." And he was like, "You fucking little shits!" And he was like, but up until that point, he was like a father figure. And then just like to hear him, he's just like, "You fucking idiots!" Like, what the fuck? And like he was just like livid, just yelling at us, and we were like, "Oh shit!" Like everyone's been so nice to us. He's like, "No shits," just like, "What the fuck?" And then so he gets in his like truck, and freaking everybody's giving us hugs and stuff, and he just skids away. He just skids away in his truck. He was like, "Shit!" And like rocks flying out of him. And that's how I felt. I just felt like that captured the essence of
Of the first half of the show.
So he took the other kid with him. He left you for your regular.
No, he just kidding because there was enough people for rides and such, and he was real pissed. Oh, I forgot to mention he also
Wasn't
thought,
his actual
no,
son?
but I forgot to mention he also thought that he was gonna have to pick up like the $10,000 tab that the search and rescue.
Oh.
He thought he was about to have to like take all of that on himself, but it was taxpayer money.
So you and his actual actual son, you, his kind of adopted, emotional, metaphorical son, are standing there and he just takes off out of anger because you guys were missing for 9 hours? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah.
That's cool. That is actually so cool.
Well, he was disappointed that we like took it. It was just a huge miscommunication, and
It
I
sounds
think
like-
he felt like he's gonna owe $10,000, and
Hey, so
$10,000 is worth 2 kids.
It really sounds like he thought the miscommunication was maybe more on you guys.
yeah, but it was in the end it was kind of both.
Hold on, the audience better also chime in.
Yeah, that's good. We'll just be
okay, so
open.
wait, question. What
But I got
was,
some rocks hit me.
how long after that did you go on another trip with that scoutmaster?
He was about to quit, and then I wrote him like a big letter, and I was like, "Come on, dude."
And then you went on another
And then he was
trip.
like, "All right."
What?
No, and then,
Like,
yeah.
I'm not gonna quit scoutmastering. I'm gonna come back for another season.
Yep.
I see.
Yep.
Right?
Thank you.
That's just Oh, jeez.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, nothing.
I'm Sam's dad. Matt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sort of like a second dad to you, so I can have kind of like a real talk. No bullshit like with his parents, you know? I have to be
Yeah.
fucking nice to you.
Yeah. Yeah, hey, I appreciate you being like a second dad for me and my son. He's had a hard time getting adjusted here to school.
Hey, my name's Sam. I'm kind of like a third dad to you, so I can be like really fucking raunchy, right? Like I don't have to like say anything normal. I
Yeah.
can just kind of like really like mess you up.
Yeah, say some shit that fucks me up.
Hey, I'm Mike. I'm like a fourth dad. So you want to play with this gun?
Yeah, sure.
You think they're gonna call back the chopper, or are we actually gonna get to do something for it?
God, I hope they don't call back the chopper. I'm fucking love the chopper, man. It smells like freedom, you know? You see how this guy.
Yeah, and everybody knows we're coming, but we always get freaking blue walled, and the kids get found.
I wish one of these kids would get lost for like a month.
Yeah, we just keep the chopper
Keep
going.
going, man. I love it up here.
Yeah. Sam,
What? Okay. I'm just thinking. Maybe we lose a kid.
maybe we start a business, you and me, where we only lose children.
Excuse me.
How'd you get in this helicopter?
Chopper pilots. I'm a kid you guys found a couple months back. I rode behind one of the seats in the back.
We know who you
I've
are.
been surviving off Cheetos. I've been surviving off Bugles. And I'm just, I'm famished. I finally climbed my way out. And I'm just trying to get you guys to maybe take me under your wing. I've been gone for a while.
Listen, can I have a word with my colleague?
We have a sidebar. We need you to earplugs.
Sure.
Oh no, whatever. You're not going anywhere.
Protect yours. It's loud in the cockpit. Put your.
For sure.
We have the upper hand here, okay?
Certainly, you were adults.
We're definitely
That's a
adults,
starving
and we're
child.
also 50 meters in the air. He's not going anywhere.
I say we go in the middle of Lake Mercy.
But then they might.
I think we might have lost that kid. Which
Yes! Lost kid! Okay.
All right, so what we gotta do is we gotta somehow keep up hope that that kid's somehow possibly alive, so we can keep doing this. Because normally, like, they give up after like 1 month, 2 months, 4 months. They're like,
That's right.
the Bears got him. Oh well.
Listen, Sam, I've always respected you for your business savvy, okay?
Thank you. I learned a lot of that as an Eagle Scout.
You're an Eagle Scout.
Yeah, that's kind of how I got into the whole like chopper shit.
My dad just
National
runs a
Park.
helicopter business.
So I decided to finally write my biography. I finally decided to sink those helicopter motherfuckers and tell the world that I was trapped behind a backseat of a helicopter for 4 days, eating bugles, and they didn't even know, and then I jumped on the helicopter. and they still didn't know.
But you're gonna ruin their lives. One of them is a senator now.
Well,
You're gonna sink his political career.
Sure, but then that'll just make the cash truck roll up to my house with an even wider load.
Don't be so selfish. You were so selfish your family was looking for you those 3 months.
I was 4. You expect me?
Yeah, but you were a prodigy. You were 4, but you strapped yourself into that parachute and you knew how to operate it.
See, I've been surrounded my whole life by sick motherfuckers like you. You think just because I went on that quiz show when I was a young kid and I knew all those answers that I was an adult? But I wasn't an adult. I was a fucking kid.
All right, Gregory, it's gonna be your choice now. What will you have? Which category will you have? Will you have?
I'll have fuck you for 400.
All right, let's see. Fuck you for 400.
What the hell? Fuck! I meant this to be my big time when I talked you down, when I cut you off.
Stop swearing. I have to beep all those.
This is the name of the ranger who wanted to kill you in that helicopter.
They wanted to kill me.
It was Sam! Everybody knows it was fucking Sam!
That's right. It's a goddamn. It's an audible virus, baby. Everyone's saying the F word now, and you can't stop us. And
That
you can't
is
stop
incorrect.
us.
Those two whoever got it last right, that was Sharon. Sharon, what will you have? Which category will you have? Look it up.
I'll take forest names for 800.
Forest names for 800. This is the one that little Sam nearly died in.
Yeah, that's probably what you fucking think.
Blue Jay Forest! There's Blue Jay
Blue Jay
Forest!
Forest for 800. All right, now we move on to Final Jeopardy. Category is senators who don't deserve to live. That's not how Final Jeopardy works, but okay.
You're all just ordinary fucking people.
Are you the guy?
Yeah.
Okay. I wanna buy 2 kids.
Yeah.
I got $10,000, and I heard that's enough to buy 2 small children
It is. Yeah.
around the age of 8.
It is. All right. These ones. Okay. Here's the thing.
Okay.
I only have children that were raised by wolves right now, because there weren't any children that have been lost in these woods recently. The only ones that are available are ones that were born in the woods that were raised by wolves there.
Shit. Okay. How does that makes them different? Right? Like, do they like howl at the moon and shit and like?
Nancy, this is Rothor, King of the Forest.
Who the fuck is
I
that?
don't know who
Do
that
not buy the children who are raised by wolves. It's not a good deal.
is. You can hear this, right? This isn't just me. I can.
Is it fucking FBI?
Yeah, probably.
I don't work for the FBI.
His name is really strange though. Rothor? He sounds like a superhero. I don't think he's FBI.
It's Rothor, King of the Forest.
Listen, Agent, you've been compromised. They're not buying.
No, man, come on. I love being Rothor.
They're not
Don't
buying.
reassign me. Don't leave me the King of the
That's
Forest.
not even a thing. They're not buying your cover.
I was deep.
You missed what? You missed what? The King of the Forest? What?
Lucy.
We're in Boston.
Lucy.
I was just trying to carry your hand.
Lucy, make sure you are stockpiling nuts for the winter. Lucy.
What graduating class of the FBI is this? This is insane. You guys!
No. Gotta listen to me.
Lucy.
Rothor is real. Don't listen to the big shot like James Comey over in the FBI. We gotta get those chestnuts for the winter. Or it's all coming down. It's all coming down all around us.
Listen, I'm so...
Now, I may just be a senator who grew up and used to be I was a Southern lawyer and then I became a senator, and this committee has been impaneled to question you, Mr. Comey, and I want to know what your first undercover assignment. You're telling me that you played the part of a chipmunk in the woods for several months. That strains credulity.
The year was 1982, Cuba. We were trying to crack the lid off that whole Pablo Escobar thing, but wouldn't you know it? Once we got down in there, let's just say the gig ate us a little bit, and we came out of there, our cheeks so full of nuts, you would have fucking thought I was the squirrel.
Mr. Comey, I don't believe I need to say anything. I believe the American people will be able to judge your responses, and I believe your credibility has been impeached. Now, my distinguished colleagues here have some questions for you as well.
Absolutely.
Senator.
Senator Jackson, late again, sorry. Mr. Comey, can you briefly describe the difference, if there is one, between an acorn and a chestnut? You think you're so smart.
Motherfucker, I can't even explain it.
Oh!
Wait, what?
When the witness will sit down, the witness will take his seat.
And not say motherfucker in Congress, Jesus Christ!
Or we will
Piece of
hold
shit.
you in contempt, sir.
I'm Senator Jackson, you...
I tell you what, all the woodland creatures would have had a real laugh at you guys trying to control everything, where I sit, where I put my feet, where cuss words come out of my mouth. Man, when I was a squirrel, man, I'd be running up the side. I'd be running up the side of that tree at fucking 85 miles an hour. Cheeks so full of nuts, you wouldn't know what the fuck
I
hit
need
you.
to interject here. Could you just clarify for the record, when you're speaking about being a squirrel and having a lot of nuts, are you talking about being an informant and having a lot of drugs?
Undercover gets weird, man. Undercover gets weird. Undercover gets so weird sometimes you don't know.
Listen, Comey, as your attorney, you gotta know that's not gonna hold up, okay? We've been over this, we've rehearsed this, okay? Just plead the fifth. You can't just say, undercover gets weird.
Do you know how hard it is to take a mind that's been freed and natural, like all the fucking goddamn vines?
Listen,
and
I lived
bars?
through the 60s, I get it.
Sure, but I mean, imagine all the vines in the forest went free for 1 hour, and then you told them to go back into the wood? Then which
Listen,
they
we
came?
all had to reassimilate.
You can't tell them. You think about what we did back there.
You think you're about to shoot a squirrel, motherfucker? I'm James Comey.
So you've called the Hamburglar. Got a real Ronald McDonald case on your hands, don't you?
He's gone missing in a forest. Please, Mr. Hamburglar. Hamburglar.
I'm retired. I'm a heyday in the early 90s. 20 years later, I'm exhausted.
Listen, I have nothing. My husband left me. All we have are each other. And we haven't seen each other since a sexual encounter 20 years ago.
I understand what it's like to have old flames come back into your future from your past.
I care about her son, okay? I want this relationship to work, and I care about her son.
And I want my franchise to be a success, and I need Grimace, and I need him back.
Grimace, I haven't heard that name in a dog's age.
Well, he's right here, so be a little bit respectful of his legacy.
Grimace, time has not treated you kindly. You're terrible. Wrinkles, deformed.
Hey, we're friends with benefits. That reflects upon me as well.
Didn't mean to judge.
Can you find him or not?
Yes, of course I can find him. I'm the Hamburglar. I can do anything. I'm like a superhero.
Listen, son, you're not gonna like this one bit. If you find a kid in the woods while you're looking for hamburgers, you're gonna have to shoot him.
What?
You heard me. If you see a kid in the woods, you find him, maybe somebody commissions you because they heard about your skills of stealing hamburgers and think you might be able to find Ronald McDonald.
Hey! You just so you You're just a scrappy little runaway. If you want to learn about life on the streets, you gotta realize if you don't want to kill stray hamburgers in the woods, you're gonna have to burglarize hamburgers in the streets. You're gonna have to become a hamburglar. That's right.
Pardoning me. I see it now.
That's
I've lived a hard life.
That's exactly why we called you.
Yes, I've lived a hard life, and yes, I can find your Ronald McDonald and save your franchise. Please tell me one thing.
What? Anything?
Is he still wearing the shoes?
We found one shoe in a hollowed out tree stump with a bunch of hair.
That's not a good sign. But I can do it. I'll head to the Blue Jay Forest. Grimace, I'm gonna need you beside me.
What? Why? I'm useless in the wilderness.
He has a pear-shaped body!
Now, Mr. Comey, when you were undercover as a certain Ronald McDonald in the Blue Jay Forest.
Yeah, I went deep undercover. I actually, I assimilated myself into a woman. She birthed me later as a tiny little, I was covered in gel. I covered myself in gel. She birthed me. I later grew to about 5 times the size of my birth size.
I'm gonna stop you right there. I'm gonna stop you right there, Mr. Comey.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to my initial question. Could you explain, because you just ran right over it the first time, the difference between a chestnut and an acorn? I never got a clear answer on that.
I would also like to know the answer to that question, please.
The American people need to know.
The people do need to know. Speaking to the cameras, Mr. Comey, without leaving your Mr. Comey.
It's all right. Look, I'm gonna put, you know.
I swear to God, if you say motherfucker.
Sure. I'll put a few. I'm gonna put a few items on the stand here, and I'm gonna talk for a second. It's an acorn. This is a marble. This is a quarter with JFK on it, the big one, silver dollar, and this one is. What's the other?
Before you finish, I have a question. What is the difference between a silver dollar and a quarter?
Well, I'd say one's about twice the size, but then you'd have to ask my alter ego, a young Richard Nixon.
If what you say is true and those objects are what you say they are, and I think there's a chance they may not be, how would you answer for the millions of men of the Forest Service who died in the fire?
I got one message for our men and women serving. Put yourselves in a furry little costume, put a couple nuts in your cheek, and run as fast as the hell you can up a goddamn tree. You get up in a tree and you find yourself a pretty little other squirrel. You show her your best nut. And you fucking make yourself alive. You make yourself alive because it's easier out there than it is in here. It's easier out there than it is in here.
And if you're interested in taking classes, you can go to endgames.com, endgamesImprov.com.
Improv.com.
And thank you guys again for supporting the show.